the tape for this middleweight fight. Costa Philippou and Riki Fukuda, both 32 years old. Everything on this tale of the tape is virtually identical. Once again, here is Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Steve Mazzagatti.
Steve Mazzagatti, our referee. The beautiful Lariani.
All right, gentlemen, bring it on, come on.
First of 3 5-minute rounds. Here we go. The southpaw, Riki Fukuda, in the white trunks. Costa Philippou, the former professional boxer, in the black trunks. He just missed making the Olympic team, Joe, by a few points, and he showcased his hands against Jared Hammond, and then followed up impressively with a win in Sydney, Australia, over Court McGee.
Yeah, I was incredibly impressed with him in the Jared Hammond fight. As I said, that was the first fight where we really got to see Costa relax inside the octagon and show his true skills.
Fukuda has a great wrestling base.
And Riki Fukuda showed some outstanding striking in his last victory against Steve Cantwell, especially that technique that he just used, that inside leg kick, which will work well with him in his southpaw stance against the orthodox stance of Costa Philippou.
When he trains in the U.S., Fukuda trains at AKA, American Kickboxing Academy in San Jose.
A lot of great fighters to train with there.
Joe, of course, most notably the former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez, John Fitch, Mike Swick, who is scheduled to return to the octagon in a few months. Philippou and Fukuda.
Iron-chinned and cardio for days, a good way to describe Riki Fukuda.
Both these guys are spending a little bit of time trying to feel each other out, trying to find the distance and get someone to open up. And that's what Riki has to look out for, is the dynamite in the right hand of Costa Philippou. We just saw a nice quick, oh, what a shot that was. That was a high-level shot indeed. And Riki Fukuda has Costa Philippou down. And he's trying to pull that leg away from the cage and get Costa on his back.
Fukuda's list of accolades during his wrestling days growing up, very long and distinguished. Third time in the UFC for Fukuda, coming off an impressive performance over Steve Cantwell, and that's the one you talked about, Joe, where we saw him showcase his stand-up.
Well, he can do it all, and that shot right there was the example of what he's capable of. A beautiful takedown attempt, but to Costa's credit, he's back up. And he's trying to get away from Fukuda here. Fukuda, though, controlling him. Look at that. Costa Philippou away from the cage now.
The right hand is his trademark. When Philippou unleashes, though, he has incredible speed.
The thing, though, Fukuda showing that takedown attempt and showing the speed in his shot, that is now in Costa Philippou's mind. Now
Absolutely.
Costa has to think about how quick he dropped down on that leg. A little bit of swelling on the left eye of Fukuda from one of those punches that Costa landed.
Ray Longo telling him to work that right hand and work a combination right off of that. Led with the jab that time. Longo and Sarah have been together for years.
There's another right hand by Costa.
That's the right hand.
He's just touching him up with that.
Yep.
You know, nothing real powerful, but he's landing it.
Yep, letting him know he's there.
There it is again.
Yep,
There it is
perfectly
again.
timed.
And now those are the kind of shots that accumulate. Slowly but surely, those will accumulate. Oh, very nice left hand by Costa.
Led with the right and then followed up with a big left. Now the uppercut.
Now we're starting to see Costa's skills.
And he's mixing things up nicely, Joe. And there's the head kick. Mixing things up. And you see the swelling on the face of Fukuda. 45 seconds on the clock here in the first round.
And again, this, like the more recent fights of Costa Philippou, is about him relaxing and finding his skills. I've heard if you watch this guy in the gym, he is absolutely staggering. Fukuda opting to start to attack the legs, which I think is a very good idea. He had a little bit of success early on with that inside leg kick.
Trying to open up here at the end of the round. Good damage done by Philippou.
You need to throw that high kick some, Riki. Just watch his right hand. He's loading up that right. More shooting, more pressure. You're in great shape. Pressure, shooting, high kick. Pressure, shooting, and high kick.
Same thing, Costa.
Close.
I think he won.
Real close.
Set for the start of round 2.
Bring it on.
Philippou, as Joe mentioned, started to let the hands go in the latter part of the first round. Had a lot of success. Fukuda officially in the first 0 for 3 with his takedown attempts.
Philippou threatened with a takedown.
I like how he jammed that kick. There's that right hand again. And against the southpaw, it can do even more damage. Does Fukuda have an answer for the accuracy of Costa Philippou? Caught him on the shoulder.
If I was in Fukuda's corner, I would be calling for the shot,
For that?
and I would be calling for leg kicks. Those would be the two things that I would want him to do, two things that can negate the punching power and boxing technique of Costa Philippou. Especially the leg kicks, soften that front leg up, keep him from having the spring that he needs to in order to close the distance with his punches.
And work him over in this position right here.
Absolutely. Good
Nice.
punches there by Riki.
Controlled the back of the head and connected a few times. Philippou free. And right to the right hand lead again. 90 seconds into the second round.
Nice left hook over the top there. There's the inside leg
Yep.
kick by Riki.
Philippou looking for his 4th straight UFC win.
Those kicks don't have a whole lot of pop on them, Mike. I'd like to see him put a little bit more power into that, but you know, he doesn't want to commit too much of his weight to that and run into a punch. So I'd like to do them without telegraphing, without too much body movement behind them, and in that way they don't really have as much impact. But it's harder to get countered.
Yep. Leaves himself more able to move out of the way without the weight on that leg.
Good shots there
Again.
by Philippou. Philippou's opening up, Mike. There's a
Ducked
shot
under.
under. And look at that,
Just stuffed.
stuffed.
Costa Philippou has been training his wrestling at Hofstra University, and one of the men he trains with is rising star Chris Weidman, who was sent in a few days to fight Mark Munoz in San Jose. That's a great guy to work with if you're looking at wrestling.
Costa has something going on with his eye. He's touched it a couple of times.
There's that kick with a little more steam on it.
There's a nice one to the liver by Riki. He needs more of those. And with his wrestling skills, he should be pretty confident that Costa's not going to take him down. It's all about just worrying about being countered.
That stuff a moment ago caught him with a left. That stuff a moment ago by Philippou. We saw excellent takedown defense in his win over Ultimate Fighter winner Court McGee. That allowed him to utilize his hands throughout the fight.
He had to really rely on his cardio in that fight as well.
Yes.
Because Court McGee can push an incredible pace. There's that inside leg kick with power.
All right. Timeout, timeout.
I don't know necessarily that one was low. It might have grazed
low,
it, but it looked like, it's hard to tell though when it's landing fast. We'll take a look at it here. Let me see it again from another angle, please. Because that was inconclusive. It was very hard to tell. That looked to me like it wasn't low.
You all right? All right, here we go.
But even if it's not low, I mean, sometimes it just grazes it.
Well, the one thing, as he comes out swinging, you've noticed here in the last minute or so that Philippou's pace is slowed a bit, and it may very well be because Fukuda started to throw some leg kicks and the big kick to the body. He's got his attention again, which he had lost for a moment, spinning back fist.
Nice straight left by Riki Fukuda. And another inside leg kick, but countered there by the right hand. That's what he was worried about.
Again to the body, Joe.
But again, countered. And that's what Fukuda's got to worry about.
Just over 20 on the clock here in the second. Fukuda looking for a second straight win. Costa Philippou looking to move to 4-1 in his UFC career. That lead right again. Man, I like that right
head movement too by Philippou. Very nice.
All those years of boxing for Costa Philippou.
Beautiful.
You should have that, okay? But let's not make a chance. We got 5 minutes left, bro. You got another victory.
How you feel? You got 5 minutes?
5 minutes, homie. 5 minutes.
Good, good. Hey, Costa,
It ain't nothing.
do something. In the clinch, if you're pushing away, Costa, hit as you're going away. That's all you want to do. Hit. Punch him out of the clinch. That's it.
Listen, homie. Good matador. He's going to be fucking desperate this round. He's desperate.
He knows he needs this round. I want the footwork right from the
Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
How do you feel?
You have to drive through him.
Use your rhythm. Punch.
Riki, when you shoot, drive through him. Don't stop when you get to him. You're stopping. Drive right through him when you shoot, okay? Good job, Riki. Nice work.
Costa Philippou
All right, last
and
round.
Riki Fukuda, third and final round.
A little bit of desperation in the corner. Riki Fukuda imploring him to complete his shots and to try to get something done in this round.
He has not landed a single takedown, Joe, and he's tried numerous times. And that was, as we mentioned earlier, also a key to Philippou's win over Court McGee. And when you're training with guys like Chris Weidman at Hofstra back at home and you're wrestling, you're going to get better at it.
Good shot to the body by Fukuda. Riki Fukuda trying very hard to control Costa Philippou here. Costa pushing off of his face, and he's free.
Strong performance tonight by Costa Philippou, showcasing his fine boxing skills once again, as we have talked about. Under 4 on the clock. Fukuda with the jab. He needs to turn it up here soon, Joe, after 2 good rounds turned in by Philippou.
Both men, they seem fine cardio-wise.
Well, Philippou started to open up his mouth. That just shows he's slowing down a bit and trying to breathe, and Fukuda is doing the same. Very nice fake Superman punch and throws a jab there. Nice combination by Philippou and ducked under it.
Shakes the right hand out.
In my opinion, Riki Fukuda has probably got to stop this fight in this round in order to win.
He has won 8 of his last 9. And the one in which he did not get the nod was the controversial loss to Nick Ring, in which Dana White still gave Fukuda his win bonus. Looking
Fukuda
for the leg.
Got that single, but
trying to complete his first takedown.
Complete it. Wow, Philippou is very strong, Mike. It's not just technique. The technique is good, but he's a very powerful dude.
He has stuffed every one of Fukuda's takedown attempts. And that, as much as his boxing, is a key to a potential victory here tonight, with 2.5 now less on the clock.
And he's patient here too. He's got all the time in the world. He's pretty sure he won those first 2 rounds. And I only say pretty sure because of how much the judges can suck.
Philippou moves in. Made his debut on short notice in a catchweight fight in Newark, New Jersey, did Philippou. And then defeated Jorge Rivera, Jared Hammond, Court McGee.
Body kick, but it's a poke to the eye first. Oh, no.
And you saw the wince of Philippou immediately.
And as he covered up from that, oh man, he's saying, oh my God, he's in pain. He's in some serious agony here.
We'll have the doctor look at your eye.
Oh my God.
Wow, he is screaming in pain here. This is crazy. Let's take a look at this. Oh yeah.
Got a finger in his eye.
Fingers right to the eye, and then the kick to the body. Look at that, poked right into his eye.
Right here. Right here. Just hang out here for a minute, okay? You got your finger in his eye, okay?
So he turned his head immediately, Joe.
Yeah.
Even before the kick was thrown.
He is in absolute agony. Terrible things can happen from fingers. He's screaming, oh my God, oh my God. This is a really unfortunate aspect of grappling and striking with these open-fingered gloves, and I don't know what the solution is. I've proposed something where there's some sort of a soft cover over the tips of the fingers that still allows guys to grip a hold of things, that maybe perhaps gloves can be redesigned where the fingers can spread inside a closed surface, but never be individual units that can poke into eyes, and that may help. It may be something that someone may invent in the future, but look at that. That is horrific.
Yes.
I mean, really, what that is old school kung fu.
Right.
I mean, old school kung fu is kicking on the balls and poking in the eyes. It's Three Stooges 101.
Right. We've seen a little of that tonight.
Yeah, it's tremendously unfortunate, and you know, it can lead to torn retinas, detached retinas. I mean, it's really bad stuff.
Now, remember years ago, Anthony Johnson.
He can move it fine. He did get poked, but let's see if it clears up.
The doctor just said, see if it clears up. So he's going to give them some time to see if he can fight. But, you know, who knows how much damage that it actually done. Costa was a tough guy. When you see him on his knees screaming, oh my God, you know, you know that is a serious eye poke. Wow, he's going to go back at it.
Accidental. And we're fortunate we don't see more of them, but Philippou wants to continue the last 144 of this fight, and the crowd reacts.
And he looks angry.
Man.
His eyes are swelling up. He looks pissed off. Let's hope that his vision is good. He can see Riki in front of him. Nice body kick by Riki Fukuda.
Philippou is all kinds of fired up now.
Oh,
looking for a finish. Philippou really pushing the pace here.
Nice
uppercut with the right. Fukuda can't take him down yet.
He's going for a guillotine. He cannot get it. His takedown defense is outstanding.
We are seeing an angry Costa Philippou here with a minute remaining in this fight.
His corner screaming at Costa Philippou, less than a minute. Took a look up at the clock.
He was all kinds of fired up a moment ago. well ahead in the striking department in this fight.
Very nice head movement there, the way he ducked under that left by Fukuda.
He stuffed all the takedown attempts and should be less than a minute away now, 30 seconds from a victory. Works through the accidental eye poke, and he's going to finish this fight. Showcase his hands again, Joe. And he swings to the finish.
Good right hand right there by Philippou.
Joe, let's take a look at our fight replay.
The hand techniques, the outstanding boxing of Costa Philippou, who over and over again connected with smart combinations. And this is him after the eye poke, where he was absolutely fired up and looking to stop Riki Fukuda.
They go the distance, Fukuda and Philippou. The judges have rendered their decision, and here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score this contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Costa Philippou.
3 straight wins in the UFC for Costa Philippou.